Dear students, today we will learn about the acid, base and salt. There is one topic that is indicators. Okay. So first of all, when we'll start about acid, base and salt, we must know what are acids. Generally, if we see the definition, acids have sour taste. What are base? Bases have bitter taste. These we have learned in the previous classes. Now what we have learned, that is the classical concept, and now we will learn about the new concept of finding acid and bases. It will be based on some theories, that is Arrhenius theory for acid and bases. We all know that matter is made up of pure substances and mixture. If we talk about pure substances are elements and compounds. These compounds, when classified on the basis of chemical properties, then we got acid, bases, and by this reaction of acid and bases we get salt. This we have to learn in this chapter. To identify whether the solution is acidic or basic, we use indicators. So first of all, before starting about the main chemical properties of acid and bases, we will see that how the solution is identified either as acidic or basic by using indicators. Let us start. Indicators, it is generally a dye that changes color when it is put into acid or base. They are further categorized as indicators showing different colors in acid or basic medium, indicators giving different orders in acidic and basic medium. That means on the basis of color change or order change, we will identify the acid and basic solutions. The order change indicators are also called as olfactory indicators. These are generally used by those people who cannot see. We will use the indicators on the basis of, first we will study indicators on the basis of color. Either we can use litmus indicator, phenolphthalein, turmeric, methyl orange, or hydrangea, flowers of hydrangea, and red cabbage extract. So this all can give you the indication of whether the solution is acidic or basic on the basis of color change. First of all, let us study about litmus. What is litmus? Litmus is a natural indicator. Acid turns blue to red, base turn red to blue. These are the litmus paper. If blue litmus paper is used, that will be converted into red in presence of acid, and red litmus paper will convert into blue in presence of base, and it will remain neutral. That is, if neutral solution is there, then it will remain purple in color. Generally, this litmus paper or litmus solution is extracted from the plant lichen. It is a division of Thallophyta. Next is we will learn about the indicators in detail. That what are some more indicators that can be used. So the indicators can be classified as natural, synthetic, or olfactory indicators. First we will learn about the natural indicators. Which indicator we will use? What will be the color change in acidic solution? What will be in the basic solution? First, natural indicators. You all know that. What are natural indicators? Generally, which are present in nature, or it is provided from the natural substances. And those indicators which are extracted from nature are called as natural indicator. First is litmus. This I have told you that from the plant lichen we can extract the litmus solution and can be prepared. If this litmus paper turns red, means blue litmus paper if we use and it turns into red color, then it will be acidic solution. Or if red litmus paper changes into blue color, then this will indicate you that the solution is basic in nature. And if no color change is there, then it will show purple. Red cabbage leaf extract, if we take, the solution is already red, And when we just add this solution, this extract in the acidic medium, then it will be showing no color. That means it will be remaining red only. But what about in basic solution? That red cabbage extract will convert into green color. Flower of hydrangea plant. It is also acting as an indicator. How? These are actually the solution which are blue in color, and nothing happened when we put it in acidic solution. That means it will remain blue only. But if we keep this solution or we drop this solution in the basic solution, then it will show a color change, that is pink. Turmeric, that is also called as yellow dye. We all know that it is a very natural indicator which we found in kitchen also. So in acidic medium, it does not show any change. That means it will remain yellow only. But in basic solution, it will change its color. So here you can see that most of the indicators do not change their color in acidic medium, but in basic medium when they are kept, then they will show the varieties of colors. Next is synthetic indicator. Synthetic indicators can be classified as phenolphthalein and methyl orange. Generally, these indicators are used in laboratory purposes and they are prepared chemically. When this phenolphthalein is tested against acidic solution, the color will be colorless because already the phenolphthalein color is colorless. So when it is in acidic solution, then it will remain colorless only. But when we put some drops of phenolphthalein in basic solution, then that color will be pink. That will convert into pink color. If we take methyl orange, its original color is orange, but when it is kept in acidic solution, then a red orange color will be shown to you. That will indicate that it is a acidic solution. But in basic solution, this red orange color will be just converted into yellow color. That indicates that it is basic. Olfactory indicators, if we see, these are based on the smell or odor change. If onion, vanilla essence or clove oil changes are there in their order, then it will show the basic solution, that it will indicate that it is acidic solution. Means here, if onion, vanilla essence and clove oil have their characteristic smell, if we put acidic solution in this solution, then it indicates that there is no change in the order, and that will be acidic solution. But if their order just gone away, or if we do not able to smell anything, or order is their characteristic order we cannot feel, then that will be considered as basic solution here. So you can see that characteristic smell will be retained in acidic solution. But if you see, if you add basic solution in this, then there will be no smell. That means your smell will be lost. This can be very well tested at home also. See, if we cut onion by our hands, and if we wash our hands by simple water, okay, then what will happen? The smell of onion retains. But if we just wash our hands with basic solution, that is what soap, we all know that soap contains basic base. So what will happen in the presence of base, whenever the onion smell is retained in our hands, and if we wash our hands by your soap, then what will happen? The smell will be lost. So this can be very well seen in our day-to-day life also. So this is a very good indicator, that is your olfactory indicator. Next you can see that olfactory indicators is related to the sense of smell. It is basically observed when smell changes in acidic or basic solution, that I've already told you. When acid or base is added, then character smell cannot be detected. Onion. When NaOH, that is base, added to the paste of juice of onion, then it loses its smell. But what happens in acid? It will not change its smell. But in vanilla, if we see, the smell of vanilla vanishes with base, but it remains intact in case of acid. If we see clove oil, it will be same as vanilla and onion. That means olfactory indicators are very useful for those persons who are actually visually impaired. So at the time of seeing or classifying the acid and basic solution, that can these indicators will help them. Next is universal indicator. What are universal indicators? If we have studied about all the indicators, that is natural, synthetic, olfactory, and what will be the use of universal indicator? Why we are studying about this? Because to know the strength of acidic and basic nature in a given solution, we must know the strength. That what is the strength of acidic and basic solution? How much acid is present, how much base is present in a solution. For knowing that, we consider this universal indicator. This universal indicator can be studied with the help of pH scale. This is the pH scale which will be having a pH value in the universal indicator. Because in the previous indicators which you have seen, these indicator will only tell you about that which solution acidic and which one is basic, but this indicator will tell you that how much they are acidic and how much they are basic by giving the pH values. From these indicators we can easily identify the strength, that means strong, weak, medium, in this way. If we see what will be the indicator doing, it shows different color over the range of pH value from 1 to 14 for a given solution. The scale will start from 1 to 14. Start with 1 and end with 14. And 7 is considered as a neutral value. Below the 7, the values, that is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, will be the acidic range, and after 7, that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, will be basic, that is it will be basis. It is a combination of many indicators. This indicator is made from water, propanol, phenolphthalein, sodium salt, sodium hydroxide, methyl red, bromothiamol, monosodium salt, and thymol blue, monosodium salt, and all these indicators are mixed, and a combination of one single, and the combination of these indicators made one single indicator, that is called as universal indicator. So here you can see that the values below 7 will be weak, and if we go beyond the 4 3, then you will be getting the strong acids. So this is the range of strong acids, this is the range of weak acids, and this is the range of medium acids. Here if you see similarly, if you see for bases, this is the range of weak acids, weak bases, and this is the range of strong bases. So easily with this help of this scale you can identify the strength of the acid and bases. Let us understand the concentration of hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion with the help of this graph. We can see that the values, that is from 7 to, if we take 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. You can see there is a variation in the hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion concentration. How this is happening? Because we know that the acids are those which gives out hydrogen ions when dissolved in water, and bases are those which gives easily the hydroxyl ion when dissolved in water. So on the basis of this definition that is given by Arrhenius, we can identify that what will be the concentration of H plus ion when they are in acidic medium, and what will be the concentration of hydroxyl ion when they are in basic medium. We know that below the value of 7 we will get acids, because the hydrogen ion concentration is more in before the 7. But if we just check that the values after 7, you can see that hydrogen ion concentration is very less, but meanwhile the hydroxyl ion concentration is getting more. That means you will get more hydroxyl ion when dissolved in water. So this graph will help you in understanding the variation of pH value. So the concentration here, if we see the ions concentration here is more, that is of hydroxyl ion. If we see that at 0 to or between 0 to 1, you can see that the hydrogen ion concentration is maximum. And here if you see that the hydrogen ion concentration in 13 to 14, between 13 to 14 is maximum. That means if you go below the 14 at this point, and if you go from 1 to 7, then at this point what will happen here, it will be known as neutral. Why? Because the concentration of hydroxyl ion and hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion will be equal, will become equal. That is why you are getting the value that is 7, and that will be pH will be neutral over here. So we can write that pH will be neutral here. So on the basis of hydrogen ion concentration, when it will be minimum, then you can say that this is weak acid. When it will be maximum, then you can say that is strong acids. So these are strong acids, and this will be weak acids, and this one will be medium acids. And similarly for the bases also, you can see that minimum amount of hydroxyl ion concentration is here. So we will say that these are weak bases, and here maximum amount of hydroxyl ion you are getting, that is why it is strong bases. Okay, thank you so much.